Hello, welcome. This is my first ever tier list. I did not make a script for this. Um, so hopefully I don't ramble on too long. I should state that I am not a pro, but I do play a lot of competitive games, Siege, Valorant, Rogue Company, very high rank in all those games, yada yada yada. Um, and this tier list is just my personal opinion. It's my view on how rank will shake out and like the meta and in a tournament style setting. So without further ado, let's start. Um, Starting out nice and easy, we're gonna put good old Nikki D tier. Um, So Nikki's ability is she flips a coin and she gets, like it's like 50, 100 and like 500. Um but there's a percentage on it, and after a kill the percentage goes up. It's not that great. Her two passives are what really shine, obviously, which is she gets the self-revive kit. It's like I want to say like 3 or 4 seconds longer than the um, normal revive kit. And then her other passive is she regens like 80 health over 8 seconds. It's alright. The thing is, in a game like Bell, um, everyone's thirsting kills, okay? It is maddening to get shot in the back by a dude crawling around with a pistol. So you're thirsting everyone. So for her to be able to get her passives off that synergize well is just rare. In a ranked game and a tournament style setting, you're thirsting everyone, and if they're too far away, you're nading it. So she's just not going to be able to get that off that often, and her actual ability is not that great. Um, you know, if in a dream scenario, she would be like the sniper of your group, so that way, if she did fall down, she's super far away to actually be able to pick herself up. That's the only way I could see her being that good in like a tournament style or a high rank game. Um, Next up is Rita. Rita. She reminds me of Reyna from Valorant. Just a bit selfish. um, so her ability is she scratched a record, and she either gets movement speed, her gauge fills up, which we'll get to in a second, or she gets nothing. Okay. Her one passive is at the beginning of each round, she gets either like 10% movement speed for like 10 seconds out the gate, or it's minus 10. So it's either or, so you're either running out the gate fast or you're running slow. And then her last passive is like obviously her main thing, which is she has a gauge bar. And so basically, explosions around her downing people, and her, of course, scratching her actual ability record gains or fills the gauge, okay? And at like okay gauge, she gets like 4% movement speed all the time. Okay, that's not nothing to scoff at, okay? 4% movement speed is great. At max, she gets like 8, and downs refuel her armor, which is all good. But the thing is, if you get shot, or you're just not having a good game and there's not a lot of explosions, she's not going to be filling the bar. And if you're getting shot a lot, it takes the bar down. And at low morale or gauge or whatever, she gets nerfed. Like, she doesn't run fast. I forgot what the percentage on that is. I think it's like only like 5 or 7, minus 7 movement speed. But in a rank or tournament style thing, you don't want to have maybe, you know, like it's just not gonna be good. Um, my small suggestion for her to take her to like a B tier would be at like max gauge would be everyone around her in a radius of like 25 meters gets like a flat 8% movement speed as well. That I think would be a good buff for her just to move her into B tier. But like overall, like I said, she's just in a ranked game. Like you're probably gonna get shot a lot. So to be able to be at max gauge is not gonna happen a lot. So that's why she's C tier. Moving on to B tier, we're gonna say B minus for soy. Okay, and there's 3 people in B. And she's the lowest one in B, so that's why she's B minus. She's just in a weird spot right now. You're not gonna be like, there's one on my team in a ranked game, but you're just gonna be like, there's better options out there. Okay. So her ability is she can flip between either armor or health. And her 2 passives are she has a scan, so she sends out her drone and it scans the closest enemy within 30 meters of her, which is good. That's a good ability. And then her other one, though, it's like, I forgot what the numbers are. It's just not good, though. It's like 10 armor for 7 seconds, and it's only one ally close to her. So you have to be close to her, and then every 7 seconds you get 10 armor, which is just, it's not that good. And I think it's like 20 HP on the health, so for 7 seconds. So it's just, it's alright, you know. I don't know what you could do to really change her other than like buff those numbers to bring her a little bit, but you buff her too much, she's gonna be too strong. So, you know, she's B tier. This is where you want to be, honestly, is B tier. You don't want to be too strong because you're going to get nerfed. You're going to have people that are just obviously good, you know, but you want everyone at B tier. You don't people D tier. You don't really want them C tier, but you want B tier. So she's just B. And then this is crazy to think, but Simon is literally B plus. Okay. Simon is actually nuts. A few patches ago, or versions of this game ago, he was a meme. Alright, this man, you saw him in a ranked game, you just laughed. Alright. But now, his main ability is he licks his knife and he gets, I want to say, like, I forgot what the movement speed is. But let's see. The movement speed is 10% for 10 seconds. That's solid. You know, you're getting that regardless. You're not having to scratch your record and maybe get this movement speed. You're getting 10% for 10 seconds. It's great. And reduces your stun. So every gun in the game stuns people. So you're changing cover or whatever, you're rolling out, you lick your knife, you get 10% movement speed for 10 seconds, and you're less stunned when being hit. It's great. Absolutely great. His other passive, that was his ability. His other passive is this is where he was a meme. He has increased melee damage, and you're going, it's a shooter game, right? Like, how many times are you going to melee people? You're right, you know, it's just not that good. But you stack it with one of the other Leptin perk things, and you can one-shot people. It's literally a pocket shotgun. It's actually kind of good. If you can play your corners correctly, and it being a third-person shooter, you're able to do that well. And they don't, like, you know, they don't expect it, and they run around, and you do pull out your knife, you're probably one-shotting them. And melees, like, melee damage or attacks gives you 10% movement speed. So It's a lot of 10%. And when you down people, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just with a knife. I'm not sure if it's with like your gun, but I'm pretty sure it's just the knife. When you down someone, you get one, like you see one random enemy is revealed to you for 15 seconds. So you get it down with that, you get to see them. Plus, when you like you down someone, you're getting 20 HP over 10 seconds, which is not bad. It's not bad, because that goes along with its other perk, which is loot. And this is why he's literally B plus. Okay, in a tournament rank setting, you would, Simon, go and loot someone, you're stealing 50% of their gold. You can ruin a team's eco with this man. That man that's saving up for that sniper rifle or whatever gun, boom, you done stole 50% of his money. It's just gone. Now, it does take a longer time to loot people than other agents, but it's so well worth it to literally, you can mess someone's econ up so bad with that one ability. And then plus you get 50 HP. I don't know if that's over a time or not. And I know it's a cooldown. It's like 30-second cooldown, but still, it's great. Like, this is what makes him B plus. Like, if you can literally, I'm like picturing it in a ranked game, you could just mess econs up left and right. The last person in B tier is, it pains me to say this, but best girl Luna. Okay, I love Luna. I was a Luna main. I'm still kind of a Luna main. Few versions ago, she was absolutely cracked. She's still cracked on some maps, but right now, all the other guns outshine SMGs right now. So she's just not that great. But her abilities are, her main ability is you eat a corn dog, which is just such a cute animation. That's why she's best girl. It's like 50. One of the rolls you can get 50 HP, which is, it's alright. But mainly you're going to get like 10 or 5. I forgot what the percentage of the two rolls are. But you're going to get one of those. It's not that great of an ability. You could stack it with other leptons that give you health to increase that. But, it's whatever. We're not here for that. It's about these two passive that synergize with each other that makes her so good. Which is, when you shoot people with smugs or a shotgun, each bullet gives you 1 HP back. And now you're going, 1 HP? That's nothing, right? Wrong. Okay, SMGs obviously shoot fast. So if you're laser beaming someone and they're hitting you, you're getting 1 HP back. That's, what, you got like 30 rounds, 25 shots land, that's 25 HP back, guaranteed. You're still going, The other passive is, when she drops below 40%, she gets like 68. No, excuse me. She gets 48 back over like 6 seconds, 8 seconds, something like that. So basically, you drop below 40, you're shooting someone with a smug, you're getting, 30, 40 HP back from just shooting people, and then plus that spikes, you're basically back up to 100. She's literally a combat, like, QB special, close quarters combat special. But the thing is, a lot of the maps are like long range to medium, so she doesn't play really well right now in the current meta. There are some maps that like she's gonna outshine everyone else and be S tier, but overall she's just B. She's B tier for best waifu. Okay. Moving on to A tier, we got Russian Sully. Alright. Now, when I tell you his perks, you're going to be like, he kind of sounds like a C tier, maybe B tier, and I'm going to agree with you. But currently, as we sit, snipers are like meta, and he gets one for free in his passive, and that's just that alone puts him A tier. So his main ability is he literally chugs some alcohol and he gets 20% movement speed for like 7 seconds. It's great. It's the highest I think movement speed you can get. You also get forgot to mention on Luna's one of passive when she drops below 40, you get 10% movement speed as well. But you get 20 for 7 seconds. You chug. That's your main ability. It's great movement speed. You know, nothing to scoff at. You don't have to scratch a record. You don't have to lick a knife. You know, it's 20. It's great. There's nothing else to say about that. His other passive is meh. Um, when you shoot someone with a DMR or a sniper rifle, it reveals the closest enemy to you, which is okay. You know, it's not great. It's again meh. And then his other one is, of course, you get a sniper rifle. The thing about the sniper rifle is the current meta is so sniper heavy that him getting one just is so good. But the thing about his sniper rifle is if you don't like the scope on it, you might not want to play him, you know. But if you're nuts with the scope, then he is, you know, obviously a S tier operator. But if you don't like the scope, you know, that's going to be a problem. But I just feel like how the meta's shaping out, and in high rank games, tournament settings, he's going to be an absolute must pick, basically. So that's why he's A tier. Next one in A tier is Lily of Rose. Lily Rose is literally Team Mom. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of it in, you know, your ranked matches or even like super high ranked matches, but in a tournament setting, I think she might shape out like this. Her main ability is basically before you get in a gunfight, you do her ability, and for 10 seconds, any damage dealt is converted into straight cash. So you're shooting someone, you're getting cash, you down them, you get cash from a down, right? So you're getting a lot of money. Stack her with leptons or perks or whatever you can call them that give you money. Money is her thing, okay? Her first passive is you get 10% store discount on a primary gun. You can do that once per round, okay? So basically, you're depending on what leptons you're getting, you're making so much money from that. Your actual ability, you know, if you're triggering it properly before a fight and you're getting money from that, you'll be able to buy your teammates. Like I said, in like a high tournament setting, I see a team playing her and then buying one teammate a gun early, you know, and then, you know, the next round she buys someone else a gun, you know, whatever it is. That's how I feel like she's gonna shape out in the meta, at least in high games. Is like she's literally gonna be Team Mom. Her second passive is she falls down, this giant red cloud of smoke puffs out and does way more than I think a regular smoke nade does, because that thing kills me so many times. And she gets to roll around with like 140 HP with her primary out. And like I mentioned back on Nikki, it's like you don't want to be getting shot in the back by a guy crawling around on the ground, so that's why you're thirsting people. But you definitely thirst in this person because they have an assault rifle or whatever gun they have, and they're going to be shooting you in the back, so you want to thirst them immediately. But the red cloud honestly makes it hard to see where they fell down at. But yeah, she's literally a tank rolling around. It's I've died so many times to this passive, because usually in a fight like that, I barely win the fight, right? So if the cloud doesn't get me, she does, because she just rolls after me with her assault rifle, right? So she's just a solid A. She's definitely A plus. Russian solely is like a minus. But we move on to S tier, and start out in S tier. I'm gonna say Jack's A minus. Kyle's definitely just, or not A minus, S minus. Kyle's definitely just a S tier, and then Young is S tier plus. Okay. So Jack's ability is he spins his pistol, and he either removes a scan nade, which will be super. It's already really popular in ranked games that I'm in. It's going to be super popular in tournaments. But he basically wipes that clean. So if you do get scanned, you do that, you're off the scan. But the big thing is you do that right before the scan hits you, and you don't show up on it. And it's like, I think 7 seconds. So you know, like you see someone start to throw something, you just go ahead and do that because it's probably going to be a scan nade, and you're good. You know, they won't scan you. I've died to that several times. You know, throwing a scan nade around a corner, didn't see nothing, run around the corner. There's this man just sitting there with, you know, M4. You know, it mows me down. His one passive is he gets a pistol. Start of the round. You know, it's free. It's literally free. You get a free pistol and pistol rounds, which is huge if you're gonna build, you know, your econ or whatnot. You're saving money. Now the pistol is not that great, I will say, but it does stun enemies more than like other guns do. But you have to hit torso shots. So it's, you know, do you really want to be going for torso shots? Not really, but it is, you know, a gun. You know, in the end, it's free. You're not gonna scuff at anything that's free. And then his last one is what makes him, I think, really good, which is anytime a teammate goes down, you restore your armor. Now, that might sound kind of bad because you're kind of relying on your teammates to die, but the thing is, when he's the last one alive, his armor amount increases. So I think you can get like 4 plates of armor or 3 plates of armor if you don't already have the 3 plates, or no, it's 3 plates, excuse me. You get 3 plates. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, the thing is, it's, oh my god, it like reveals everyone for like 15 seconds, which is crazy. Okay, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, you regen armor whenever a teammate dies, and when he's the last one alive, reveals the location of all enemies, and then recover recover health over 45 seconds. So it's just like you're just recovering health, and increases your max armor capacity. So he's just literally a tank. So basically, like in a dream scenario, it's a, you know, maybe even a 3v2 or a 2v2. Your teammate goes down, your armor's refilled, you see where they're coming from. You like your chances, basically. Again, that all is if he's the last one alive, and I hate having like if, you know, characters, you know, what ifs, but it's definitely a well worth what if. But really, his actual ability is what makes him S tier, because scan nades are so prominent and like apparent in ranked games and gonna be in tournaments that alone makes him S tier. Anyways, good old Kyle. Okay, Kyle is the most boring character to play, but he is the one of the best, right? He's S tier, right? His ability is in like a 25-meter radius around him. Him and his allies in that radius get 20% or like 20 decrease of horizontal and vertical recoil. So you can laser beam people, right? The Scar has so much vertical and horizontal recoil that 20% is just gone. Now it just, you're good. You're good to shoot. And it's for like 10 seconds. It's nuts. His first passive is he reses people 50% faster. He just reses them. How many times I've gone and like you do your friend goes down, you roll over, you do it, they push you, they don't expect it to just be 50%, right? It's like 1 second literally, and your friend's back up, and plus get this, he gets res with 100 health. So yeah, it's great. And then his second passive is very, very good because grenade spamming is already very prominent, and it will be in a tournament and high rank games. Can only imagine like the lineups already, but he gets like 40% reduced damage to nades and melee, which I mean melee is not that going to be that prominent unless they have a Simon, but 40% of nades is huge. You put the Lepton like bomb suit on that reduces it even more, and he can just eat nades all day. It's great. It is great. He's just great. He's just great. But oh my god, is this man not broken? And he will be nerfed at some point. He's got to be. He might get the chamber nerf from Valorant, where he's not going to be played anymore. But he is so strong, okay? So his active ability is in a 25-meter radius in front of him. He sends out a square scan, a square scan that I'm pretty sure picks up anyone, not just one person. It picks up everyone in that 25-meter square scan. It's great for checking corners. It doesn't take that long to activate. It's just nuts, okay? His second ability is a scan bow. Okay, he gets it round 2, he gets a scan bow. If your sniper doesn't like this sniper rifle that Sully gets in round 3, put him on Young, okay? Now, I know the sniper and a bow does not sound like a bow doesn't sound like a sniper rifle, but it is a great alternative to a sniper rifle. I've sniped people. You don't really want to be using it for a sniper rifle. I'm not telling you to run around with the sniper or the bow as a sniper rifle, but it can be done. It can one-shot people, which is just nuts. And when you fully charge it, it puts out literally a scan nade. So you're scanning, you can down people. It's just absolutely nuts. It's also one of 2 guns in the game right now that can one-shot jugs, and if my hunch is right with Team Mom over here, and she's gonna have a lot of money, she might be buying jugs very often. That you having a Young with a bow that can one-shot, I think the thing is though, you have to shoot them in the head for it to be a one-shot, but it's like 1 or 2 to the body to destroy the jug, which is insane. Because I think the only other thing that can do that is the sniper rifle, a really expensive one. So it's just good. It's just good. Use it. And then his last one is basically, this is why I'm like, you would want to bring 2 of these guys, but he can scan a bomb site. So when the defenders plant the bomb site, it sends out a scan nade, so you see everyone around you. You can hack zip lines, which is not that great. You're not bringing them to hack zip lines, but it is nice on some maps, because when they're going up the zip, you can see them going up, obviously. And then he also just for funsies, if he wasn't already broken enough, give him a defuse kit built into his kit, and I'm pretty sure it stacks with the defuse kit you can buy in the store, so he can defuse lickety split super quick, and or plant the spike super quick he's just nuts. Um, and yeah, this is how I see the meta shaping out. Okay, unless they have pick and ban systems on the heroes, which I don't see right now because it's such a small pool. Right now in a tournament, I see two of these guys getting played. Okay, two Youngs, one Kyle, and then you're either gonna have a Jack, and then the flex pick guy can either, if he's your sniper dude and he likes, Sully, Russian Sully's sniper, he'll pick that. If you want to do the team mom role, or you want to be, sneaky, mess someone's econ up, you get that. Or, if it's a close quarters map, you're bringing Luna. So the flex pick gets a lot of picks here. And like I still feel maybe you pick Soy in some, instances, or maybe she gets a small buff where she's, a little bit better, but she's definitely not, these four, but that's how I see the meta currently shaping out. Um, but again, that's my opinion. I'm not a professional. Um, but yeah, I hopefully this is helpful, informative. And if not, let me know down in the comments. If it was helpful, give it a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if this was bad and Nikki's actually S tier or something. But until next time, peace.